Joining us here, You Better You Bet, Westwood One Sports, presented by BetMGM, live from California. You know, Thor Björnsson's with me. Now, some people look at me and think that I'm the strongest man in the world. They think that about me. And I have to tell them it's not actually me. It is, in fact, you, Thor Björnsson, the strongest man in the world. Thanks for joining us on the show. How's it going, my man?
Absolute pleasure, man. Thanks so much for having me. I'm great. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. I want to start with Game of Thrones, one of my all-time favorite shows. You played the Mountain, and it's such a great, in retrospect, because I read the books 20 years ago, and he's described as being like a mountain, right? Like 8 feet tall. When you got cast for the role, how did that process go? You show up, you audition, did they just give you the job?
Yeah, great question. Yeah, I actually did. I had to do an audition. Like Game of Thrones was my first big acting gig. So they were filming in Iceland. Reached out to my agent back then, and asked if I wanted to come in and do an audition in Iceland, which I did. And yeah, I got the role. You know, which was fantastic. Obviously, but it just speaks volumes of you gotta grab those opportunities when they come. I could have so easily said no just because of the fact that I'm not an actor. That was not my field.
You were great.
Thank you, I appreciate that. So easily I could have just said no, but I did not. I grabbed that opportunity, took it, and there, yeah.
What is your favorite scene that you were in from the show?
I think there are two scenes that are my favorite scenes, and I think the fight scene versus the Pedro Pascal is one of those scenes.
Oberyn, the Red Viper.
Yeah. That's one of the scenes for sure. That was my first big fighting scene, first real scene in Game of Thrones, and I remember walking up the stairs to the venue where we were fighting. I was so nervous, so nervous because it was so big. All the actors, all the people were there, and there were cameras everywhere. I was nervous, but thankfully, it played out well. Me and Pedro Pascal, we trained very hard. A few weeks prior, we worked on our skills, on our performances, and it came out well. And then, secondly, my second favorite, I guess, is probably the fight scene with the ant fight scene. My aunt and scene with the hounds.
Yeah.
With the hounds. That was good.
That was awesome. Yeah, you were pretty famous before Game of Thrones, right? Strongest man.
I was well known in the strongman field. Like I was already at the top there. I was well known in the strongman field, but strongman is only so big. But then obviously Game of Thrones came along, and I got famous from that.
It changed your life?
Yeah, I'd say that 100%.
How?
How it changed my life. With more fame, sometimes come more opportunities, more gigs, more work, and therefore I can provide for my family. I can do things that can be beneficial for me and my future.
What's it like? Like, this is a big room, right? When Thor Björnsson walks into a room, you're the strongest person in the room, every room that you walk into. Pretty cool, or no?
I'm pretty used to it, man. I'm pretty used to it. But yeah, it is cool. The feeling of being the strongest, it's quite a nice feeling, but I'm used to it. I'm used to walking into a room and being the strongest guy. So I don't really think about that, if that makes sense.
Do you feel like you could kick everybody's ass in this room if it came down to it?
Do I feel like that?
Yes.
I don't really think about that.
Like, if it came down to it, it's like anyone in this room versus you kick their ass, right?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Well, first and foremost, I'm not a fighter. I'm a strength athlete. But, great question, I'm strong, and I actually can fight. I did boxing for 3 years. So probably I had a good chance, yeah, for sure.
What is the thing that you have done, strength training, where you have even surprised yourself, like, I can't believe I can do this?
Well, last time when I broke the Deadlift world record, when I pulled 510 kilograms for a new world record, I surprised myself there, because not only did I break the record, but it also went up so easily, which was a massive surprise, not only for the people, but for myself as well.
So, Can I ask you? You could say no to this. My executive producer, Bill Zimmerman, are you at 300 pounds? Could you pick him up?
You know, I'll say this. I could, but I'm 37 years old, and I made a promise of myself to be smart with my doings. With age, there comes risk of injury, and often when I'm fooling around, lifting people, doing some things that I'm not used to doing, I get injured. Just because it's an awkward moment, I'm not warmed up. So therefore, I'm going to be smart and say no.
Bill, he's not going to pick you up, but you could.
I definitely could.
which is absolutely unbelievable.
Yeah.
Tell us what you're doing with our friends Thor at Enhanced Games.
Yeah, so I'm an enhanced athlete. I just signed with the enhanced games. I'm with them to break my own deadlift world record, May 24th, at Las Vegas at the Resorts World. There are going to be around 50 athletes breaking their own world records in swimming, track and field, and strength sports. So I'm quite excited about that. Like I said, May 24th this year. It's going to be one hell of an event, in Las Vegas. Definitely recommend that people check it out.
Congratulations on your success, my man. Really appreciate you coming on the show.
Thank you so much, man. Thanks for having me.
The world's strongest man, Thor Björnsson, here with us on You Better You Bet. More show on the other side.